Hello, everybody. In today's vlog, I just want to talk to you a little bit about how much time you spend researching things and how much time do you spend researching your money, and what to do with your money and compared to what you're doing on other things in life. I find it very interesting. I didn't even think about it. I shouldn't say I'd never thought about it. I've thought about it casually before. But we are looking at possibly getting another dog in our family. And in that process of trying to find the perfect dog that fits for our family, I've researched dogs and I've looked and do you buy new? Do you buy a puppy? Buy new, I'm not buying a car, I guess. But do you buy a puppy? Do you get a rescue dog? And looking at all the rescue dogs and looking at the temperaments and making sure that temperaments are going to match and personalities are going to match with our family. And I just got so caught up in this research. And I am not typically a big research person. I'm not typically huge into details. And there are certain things that I will really, really research. And I got to thinking about it and I'm like, I have spent more time researching this dog than most people will spend on researching where they're putting their money. A lot of people are just say, okay, yep, the broker's going to take care of my money. Here's 6% of my income. You can put that into a 401k or an IRA or do whatever you do with it. And good luck. I'm just going to hand that over. I'm not going to do any research. I'm not going to understand how it works. I just hope that you make me money because everybody else is doing it. So I'm just going to follow along. And I thought, that's crazy. We are researching dogs for weeks. It was so funny because I put a post on Facebook and the people about just to see if anybody has that particular breed and if they know a breeder. And I had quite a few comments of people who have been like, oh, we've been researching this for 2 years, or, oh yeah, I've researched that. You really make sure that you research the breeder and make sure that they're a good breeder. And, I thought, how much time do you guys put into your money? Yes, a dog is like a family member and you want to make sure that that's right. But your money needs to last you your whole life. It's what's going to provide that dog food, right? And you need to make sure and pay for the vet bills, and you need to make sure that your money is being utilized correctly. And that you won't research because it's not something you want to learn. And I get that. I don't research everything either, and I don't take the time, but should we? Are there certain things in life that are more important than others? Some people, their passion is food, and they research food. But I can't just go trust somebody that tells me that that food is safe and that food's not safe, and that I should be having, asparagus instead of potato chips. I mean, you might say, well, that's common sense, Mary Jo. But to somebody that doesn't know potato chips aren't healthy, they don't maybe know that. Or should I have asparagus instead of a potato? The potato itself. Some people are saying, oh, the potato is bad for you, and other people are saying potatoes aren't bad for you. So now we need to do the research on that, right? We just don't follow along because everybody else is eating asparagus now. So there are definitely some things that have made me think. And I just want to make you think a little bit. What are you doing with your money? Are you just handing it over to a broker? Are you just handing it over to the bank and you're not doing your research? And that is really, really, your money is your most valuable asset that you have. You work and your ability to make money at work is also an asset. But putting that money to work for you is the biggest asset that you have, and you just throw it into somebody else's hands and you don't do the research on that person or on their strategy. I expect my clients to do research on me. And what's ironic is they do a lot of research on me because it is so different. And the norm is just not, normal people just aren't doing this. And so I'm prepared with all those answers and to tell people how it works and all that stuff. But if you're not doing that, you should be. You really should be looking at what you're doing on your finances. And if it scares you, it's because you're not talking to the right person. if you are working with the right person, your money won't scare you because they will take the time to explain it to you and help you understand it. Not everybody talks to you with big words that are over your head. I have plenty of people that come to see me that we are just talking on a beginner's level of what does all of this mean. There's no reason to make it fancy. There's no reason for people to think that they shouldn't understand it. There's no reason to hyperventilate when you come in here talking about money. It's money, and we're going to do the best that we can to explain it. And don't feel like if you feel uncomfortable asking whoever it is that you're giving your money to questions, you obviously are not with the right person to manage that money. So I hope that gets you thinking a little bit about what am I doing with my money, and is it the right thing? And have I researched it? Am I putting the time and effort into it that I should be giving it? In most cases, probably not. Read a short little book. If you haven't got my book, Wealth Without the Bank yet, go ahead, grab that book. It's a very, very simple read. It's just a few hour read. I have had a lot of people that don't know anything about finances read that book and come back to me and say, hey, Mary Jo, that was awesome. I totally understand what you're talking about. And I could not put it down because it made sense. Some of the stuff at the beginning maybe didn't make sense, but by the time I got to the end of the book, it completely made sense. I am ready to go. And so grab it at maryjoerman.com. And you can, we'll send it out right away, and then you can set up a meeting when you're all done. So if you have questions, you know what to do. Leave some comments, and I will answer those. Thank you.